Rise and shine, superstars. It's your favorite light, Coach MB. And today is a great day to be alive. Why? Because you are still here. So stop what you're doing. Comment below and scream at the top of your lungs. Come through if you are thankful that God woke you up this morning, because gratitude is the absolute best way for you to start your day. And if for some reason you're not thankful that you're still alive today, then I urge you to just sit down and figure out one reason why you should be. God does not make mistakes. You are still here for a reason, and whatever you're going through right now is only temporary. So don't make a permanent decision based off of a temporary situation. Okay, tribe, this week is all about the mindset. All about the mindset. In Proverbs 23, verse 7, it says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." And I know that you've probably heard the phrase, "as a man thinketh, so is he." I mean, there's a whole book on it if you haven't heard it. But the Bible says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." What does that mean? What's the difference? The difference is when you think something in your heart, it's a belief. It's what you hold on to as true, as fact, as something that can't be changed. That's what you truly believe. Now, you can think all kinds of things that you want to, but if you don't believe what you think in your heart, then the thoughts, they're no more than a grain of sand. Like, they have no weight in your life and what you're going to do. And this works both ways. If you think something positive, but you believe something negative, guess what? The positivity has no weight. So you're going to do whatever it is that's being believed in the negative world. But if you believe something positive and you think something positive, then you're going to see you're going in the right direction. All because you believe it in your heart, in your mind. Because the mind is just like a rudder of a ship. Like, you have this huge cruise ship, and you have this little bitty rudder. And in comparison to the body, the mind is very, very small, but it has the power to steer you in whichever direction it goes. So that's why it's important for you to know what you believe, because your mind is going to steer you towards your beliefs. It's not going to steer you towards what you say and what you think. It's going to steer you towards what you believe that you say and what you believe that you think. Am I making sense? Like, even though it's so little, the results of your belief, the results of your mind are going to be evident in where you end up. You can look at it right now, wherever you are right now in life, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's all a result of, at some point in the past, what you believed. It may be a hard pill to swallow, but your beliefs are what lead you to wherever you end up. And that's what we have to keep in mind this week. That's what we have to focus on, our mind, because our mind has the power to take us wherever it is it wants us to go. So where do you want your mind to go? Where do you want your mind to take you? Where do you want to end up in life, truly? If that's where you want to be, the goal that you set for yourself, if that's what you want, then you have to take it and believe it as truth for yourself, for your life, for your family, for your business, for your impact, for whatever it is that you want to do, what you're doing for. You have to take it and you have to believe it. And we have to focus our attention and our energy on those things in which we believe. We can't allow one negative thought. We can't allow one limiting belief. We can't allow other people's beliefs of what's possible and what's not possible to linger in our minds, because the longer that we allow those thoughts to linger, the further off course we're going to be. It's the same as the 1 degree rule that we talked about last week. Remember what I was saying about if a pilot is facing 1 degree in the wrong direction when it takes off, it's going to be off course by 1 mile for every 60 miles that it travels in the air. What does that mean? It means that if you're in San Diego, this is the example we used last week. If you're in San Diego, California, and your destination is Hawaii, but your pilot's plane is set 1 degree in the wrong direction, or just 1 degree off course from takeoff to where you guys are going to go, you're going to be 45 miles away from the island completely. So what is that telling you? If 1 degree can completely take a plane from its destination to missing the mark by 45 miles, that's letting you know that the longer you sit with the negative thought, the limiting belief, or holding on to other people's opinions about what they think is possible, the further off course you're going to get from your own goal. And eventually, you're going to lose sight of your goal. What does that mean? It means that you're going to forget what it is that you said you wanted to accomplish, or you're no longer going to have the belief that it's possible for you, when at some point you did believe that because you set the goal. And if you never believed that it was possible to obtain the goal, you wouldn't have set the goal in the first place. Wherever your mind goes, whatever direction it's taking you, that's where your body goes. Wherever it moves, that's where you move. In the words of Sir Christopher Bridges, when I move, you move, just like that. And that's what the mind is telling your body. It's saying, hey, look, I'm in charge. I'm in control. I may be smaller than you, but trust me, you're going to follow whatever it is I say. So you have to feed your mind positivity, belief, hope, truth. You have to focus on these things. You can't allow the negativity. You can't allow the limiting beliefs, the doubt, other people's opinions, other people's thoughts, other people's fears, your own fears to hang out. They're going to come up. Understand that. You can't control what comes into your mind, but you can control how long it stays. So you have to master your thoughts. You have to become a master of your own thoughts. You have to take charge of what your mind is telling you. Sometimes we spend so much time listening to our heads, and we're losing sight of what we want because we're not talking back. Like, how many times it's like you're sitting still with yourself and your mind is telling you things, and now all of a sudden you starting to believe things or starting to doubt things that you weren't thinking in that way before. Sometimes you got to talk back to yourself. You're going to look crazy, but that's okay, because if you have a goal that's important enough to you, you're going to do whatever it takes to get to it, and that includes looking crazy. You have to take charge. You have to make sure that you are steering your mind and you are telling your mind, hey, this is where we need to go. I know you have all this power. I know you like to go wandering out and thinking all these other things, but this is where we need to go. So let's get focused. Let's get focused and let's get to where it is we're trying to be. That's our focus for the week, guys. The mind, because if you can master your thoughts and control every negative thing that comes in, say, hey, you don't have room to stay here. I don't appreciate you invading on my space. You have to protect your house. Y'all remember that Under Armour commercial? We must protect this house. Your mind is your house, and you have to protect it, because your mind is going to show you where you're going to end up. And if you're somewhere right now that you don't want to be, guess what? It's all because you allowed negative thinking and disbelief and doubt to linger in your mind to a point to where you are now living what you at one point thought and may not even realize was an actual belief. So we got to take charge. Take your mind back. That's all we're going to do this week, focusing on the mind so that you can accomplish the goal that you set out to accomplish, so that you can live the life of your dreams and have the impact that you want to have. But first, you got to free your mind, and the rest will follow. You know what it is. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be great. And it's a great day to find the greatness in you. Now go out there and live the greatest day of your life.